is. We'll show you all this a little closer.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to explore Sizerville State Park in the winter.
Here we go.
This park does have a swimming pool. It has been reported to us that that water is very cold in the summertime. From the park office, we'll go over here and get our stamp. I didn't bring the book, but we'll see if they have the stamp and of course a map. All right, the park office is closed, but outside they have the Sizerville State Park map. They have the camping map, a Cameron County map, eagle and elk watching, elk viewing, Pennsylvania State Parks and Forest highway map. That is a really good map to have. And here is the passport stamps. So here you can get the Sizerville State Park, and you also get the Elk State Forest. So in the back of the state park maps, there's a list of all the state forest, and usually if there's a park in that state forest, that's where you can get the state forest. That's this little one here. They have an environmental learning center, and they also have a little kiosk down here. Let's go check, see what the information at the kiosk is. So they have a park map. And what we're going to do is we're going to just do the Bottomland Trail, which goes here. This one is about 1.5 to 2 miles, I think they said. But the elevation gain is pretty steep on this one. It's like a 700 elevation gain as you come up, follow this valley down through, and then you come back up to the top of the ridge and then back down into the park. Got some more maps here. Exploring the Big Woods. So yes, we are in an area of Pennsylvania that they call the Big Woods. Also, there's some information on this. It's pretty neat about the CCC Camp 313. And on this side it says, Live the Legacy. So up across the top road behind us, if you continue through the park and keep following that, you're going to come to Ridge Road, and this is actually a view. There's a couple lookouts along Ridge Road, and this is a view from Ridge Road. So after I read this a little bit further, this was CCC Company 313. It's Camp S85, and it was based in the park. They constructed the Sizerville facility, including structures that are still used in the park today. And it is another beautiful winter day in Pennsylvania. We got about 1 inch to 2 inches of snow last night. So everything is going to be covered with a fresh blanket of snow.
Here's a closer look at the pool. It's typically packed in the summertime. I can confirm as a kid this water was freezing, but we always had a great time up here swimming. Have a little concession stand right here. Definitely check this little park out in the summer.
So here is one of those original buildings that were built by the CCC camp that is still in use at the park today. And just beyond that is some additional parking. Let's go check out this building. Oh, it's locked. We can't get into it. Darn it. Wow, it's really cool, though. Look at how they did the construction with that wooden beam in the center of the building. Also, look at the scrolls on that. So I kind of peeked in that door, and I learned by looking in there that this wasn't originally a bathroom. All the facilities have been removed from it, but that must have been what this was originally used for. I can't see in there. I don't know if you guys can or not. It's another view from the other side of this building. Doors has the same type of scrolls on it. In our last video, Mandy asked if we were the only ones that eat our picnic lunch in the car before we go on a hike. And, well, here we are doing it again.
Because it's winter time. Want an orange?
So before we start our hike, I'm going to have a sandwich, and Mandy is eating cold potatoes from dinner last night.
Yes, but here's a shameless plug for Kinder's. Their firewood garlic is so good on smashed potatoes, and that's why I'm eating them cold, because it's just as good as they were last night when they were warm.
All right, we got our book from the truck. Here is where we put our state park sticker. And one thing we like to do is put the date beside it. And if you can check out Mandy's pen.
Hey, my awesome coworker gave me that pen.
It says it's a dumpster fire.
No, that's not what it says. It says it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine.
And it shows a dumpster on fire. So, all right. So beside it, we're going to put the date of 1/17/26. And while we were here, we also picked up the Elk State Forest, which is right up here. So we will put the Elk State Forest sticker in. And here we're going to put in the Elk State Forest. So we were originally going to do the Bottomland Trail when we realized that the road is closed because we can't really show you around the campground. So we decided we're just going to walk through the park up to the campground instead of doing the Bottomland Trail. So this would be the road to go to the campground.
And the pavilions.
And just past this bridge is where the Bottomland Trail would start, and it would go off to our right and basically follow this little stream all the way up through the park.
On the other side.
There's a nice pavilion right over there. Have a picnic and enjoy the stream. Let's check, see if there's any fish floating up here. Whew, almost went down. There's a look at the stream. Pennsylvania water is finally flowing good again. We've had snow, we've had melt. And that hole right there is where the fish like to hang out. Right at that little dam that flows over. Can't see anything today, but and there's a look downstream. So here is the entrance to the Bottomland Trail right by that pavilion. But instead of going that way, we're going to go up through the park. You can see there's another pavilion on our right. A couple picnic tables scattered throughout the woods.
And you can rent these out for like family reunions, birthday parties. That's kind of common here.
Here is the entrance to the Natty Hollow Trail. Looks like it's maybe yellow and blue blaze on the trees. There is a playground area.
People can enjoy the winter here by accessing the snowmobile trails. There's 2 miles of park trails and roads providing access to over 60 miles of groomed snowmobile trails in the adjacent Elk State Forest. Cross-country skiing is recommended on the multi-use trails of the park, which provide access to many miles of trails also in the adjacent Elk State Forest. Hey, look at that. That pavilion's available.
There's another pavilion that I don't see anybody using right now. Looks like there's another pavilion over that way.
I've been up in that pavilion, but I don't remember why. I don't know if it was like a family reunion type thing. Or maybe it was my dad's One of my dad's company picnics were there. I don't remember. I remember being in that pavilion though, at an event.
Well, we were walking the road and I saw this information sign, and there's not many of those that I can't pass up without checking out. So I had to come over here and see what it says. Oh, it talks about the CCC. Let me dust it off so we can see it.
Born at our nation's lowest point, the CCC rebuilt a land and its people. We all owe thanks to the thousands of men who helped build Pennsylvania's parks and reforest its hills. Beginning late in 1929, the Great Depression was a desperate time for the economy of the United States. The stock market crashed and unemployment reached record high levels. Elected in 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt acted quickly to start relief. 37 days after the inauguration, the first enrollee signed into the Civilian Conservation Corps. Many young men came to the camps hungry and poorly clothed. They were issued uniforms and given 3 meals a day. Most young men gained about 40 pounds while in the CCC. The men earned $30 a month, most of which was sent home to their families. The U.S. Army ran the camps, but the foresters directed the work. The CCC fought forest fires, planted trees, built roads and buildings, and created many state parks. The CCC transformed Pennsylvania and the United States.
Oh, there's a date on that bridge. It wasn't built by the CCC. It's dated 2002.
The wind's blowing now, but it's pretty deep right there.
I would assume CCC built that building.
Yeah, the little pavilion.
Yeah. All right, we'll work our way back up to the road. I'm glad I took that side adventure to read that sign.
Yeah. Other good info.
And some rabbit tracks. The winter's a great time of the year to find tracks. There's an old fireplace of some sort. I would assume built by CCC. I don't have any maps or anything that shows what would have been in this park.
How those trees are bowed in towards the stream. Very neat. I wonder if that's from the wind right there, or what caused just that little patch to bow in.
Maybe erosion?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see this faint red line right here. Cameron County is here, and now we had just started into Potter County.
With the Natty Hollow Trail on our right is actually in Potter County. So
right here.
Depending on where you start, you're either starting in Cameron County or Potter County.
Beside us, we are following the west branch of the Collie Run. And looks like there is a bridge crossing up here. Footbridge crossing. And that is the other end of the Natty Hollow Trail. So enjoy some snow crunching and the stream as we continue up to the campground.
So peaceful here. You do have the road right beside us, so every now and again, just like
there's
right
a car
now,
coming right now.
Car goes by, but when the cars aren't going by, it's really quiet and peaceful. Of course, as we go to record, 2 cars go by, but it is very, very beautiful. Typical quiet forest in the winter.
Do we have any idea what she's doing right now? She's going to end up in the water.
What? I'm exploring.
She's going to end up in the water. Check this out right here. He was just walking. He stopped now.
There he goes.
Yeah. But what is he doing out in the snow? All right, we're going to make the right choice. Came to the Y at the campground. We're going to go to the right. You can see there is a little playground in front of us. This would be where your electric sites start.
It's nice back here. I think we'll have to add this to our future camping adventures.
I wouldn't mind coming up here.
Yeah.
It's not far from home.
No.
So right here in front of these garbage cans and the recycle bin, that would be where you park for the walking campsites. So the sites on our left are pretty open, but the ones on our right hand side have more of the forest cover.
I'm sure once the leaves are out, though, in the summertime, it feels a little bit more.
A little bit, but it's still pretty open here.
That'd be nice to have one of these ones over here with the stream behind you.
Yeah, this is site 5. That'd be a nice site. Yeah. You back in just past the post. That wouldn't be bad. Site 7 would be nice.
I mean, if you think in the middle of the summer when it's hot, these hemlocks would be really nice to be underneath.
Site 8 wouldn't be bad either. It's still starting to open up a little bit, but you do have the stream right behind you. That would be an advantage. Maybe bugs, but it wouldn't be too bad. Now, Site 9 is completely open. Wouldn't be bad for us with our solar panels on the camper. And here's the back loop. Site 13, 14, and 15 go that way. The amphitheater is also that way. And this must be the park or the campground office.
Bathrooms.
Oh, and bathroom.
Shower house. So one neat thing is you can look, and I instantly knew this was an oak or a species of oak because the leaves are still hanging on all the way into January, where these other deciduous trees have already lost all their leaves.
And I do want to point out on the side of this building, you'll see the blue sign that says phone. That is because there is no cell service up here at all. Whether you have AT&T or Verizon, neither one work up this way. So you will have to use the old-fashioned payphone. And there's also a pay station, it looks like, to pay for your campsite, because some of the sites do have a first come, first serve. You can reserve them online, but you can also do a first come, first serve. And that would be right here. I didn't know this. PA residents have a $10 dump fee for non-camping. So you can come here and dump your waste tanks.
Yeah,
and it's only $10.
If you're not camping, you can also get a shower here for $4.
Non-resident is only $11. So if you don't live in Pennsylvania but have a black tank that's completely full that needs it, $11. There you go.
At least as of today's prices. Who knows what it'll be in the future. Pretty cool.
Behind the bathhouse in the campground is an entrance to the Sizerville Nature Trail. So you go through the guardrails, and across the street is the Sizerville Nature Trail. It's a 3-mile loop with informational stops and a vista.
Yeah, beautiful vista. I really like that hike.
That was a good one.
We did that a few years ago, but
I think it was wintertime we did that too, wasn't it?
I think you might be right. No, I don't think like winter like this time. Maybe more fall, late fall, I think. That was a really good one too. There's a lot of hemlock in this park, and one way you can identify it is looking at the underside of the needles. If you look real close, there's like a white stripe on the bottom, but this is Pennsylvania's state tree. Unfortunately, it's being threatened by the hemlock woolly adelgid, which is a serious concern here in the state. I've been kind of looking at these to see if I see any, but I do not. Okay, well, that's the end of the campground loop. We're going to head back out towards the parking lot, the park office, and hopefully that gave you a little idea of what you can expect when you come to Sizerville State Park. There is quite a bit to do here, a lot of picnicking, swimming, camping, trails. It is absolutely gorgeous here in the big woods in the middle of nowhere. Great little hidden gem here in Cameron County. On the way up here, we stopped at Parker's Tomb, so we have some bonus footage for you if you're still watching the video, and we'll tell you all about Parker's Tomb.
Hey, well, thanks for sticking around to the bonus footage. On our way to Sizerville State Park, about 10 miles north of Emporium, we went to a small little ghost town of Gardu, which was a once thriving lumber town. According to the Pennsylvania Oddities website, the mausoleum has a neat history involving pirates, and of course, pirate treasure, wildlife, healing waters, the railroad, and the logging industry. The article will link it down below. What we do know is Colonel Noah Parker had a tomb built in 1895 before his death, and you can visit it today with respect. So read the article and let us know if you think some of the treasure is buried with Colonel Parker. Hope you enjoyed our video, and remember, if you can't get out and have your own adventures, keep coming along with us.